Okay, so ladies and even men, if you're watching me, I want you all to join me. Let's discuss on this. This issue of domestic violence trending now. You all are aware of the most recent case, the Osinachi's case. But this Osinachi's case is supposed to be an eye opener for so many people. If you know you are passing through a domestic violence, you don't have to wait for an angel to come down from heaven and take you away from that place. There is this thing called common sense that God gave each and every one of us. You use your sense, use it to save your life, because you are going to give account of that life. You don't own that your life. God gave you that life, but you will still give account of that life to Him. Remaining in an abusive home, all in the name of answering Mrs. or Mr., is just like signing a suicidal note. Whenever you feel that your life is being threatened by anyone, anywhere, no matter who that person is, please just give space. Move away from them, move away from that person. This life has no duplicate. It's just one life. If you lose it, that's it. You are gone and gone forever. So many women pass through this nonsense. And these stupid comments that they always make, it makes me want to go mad. If you are telling someone to go away just to save your life, she will tell you, if I go away, what of my children? Who will train them? Let me tell you, you see those kids, you see those children, their God is a powerful God. Nothing will happen to them. If you find yourself in the land of the dead, and from there you are watching your children, you will see how God will lift those children up. They will grow up to become somebody. They will succeed. They will make it in life. Your presence is not a guarantee that those children will be safe at all. Everything lies in God's hands. Save your life first. Don't please anybody. Don't try to please the society. The society will never take sides with you, no matter what. The society will never take sides with you. That's a fact. There is nothing you do on earth to please people that will please them. It's not possible. You can never please the public, no matter what you do. If you are a woman and you want to leave your marriage because you have an abusive husband, they will tag so many things to your name. They will call you. They will say that you want to leave him because he doesn't have any money. Some will say that you want to leave him because you have found another lover. They will cook up all sorts of stories. If you like, become the second Virgin Mary, they will still tag your name to one stupid statement. So which society are you trying to please? Who are you trying to please? Who? Your life belongs to you. It doesn't belong to your husband. It doesn't belong to your wife. It doesn't belong to your children. It doesn't belong to anybody. If anything happens to you, it happens to you alone and to no other person. People will just cry and that's it. The moment you are put below the ground, everybody forgets you. 6 months after, no one remembers you anymore. The only time they remember you is during memorial service and that's it. So why do you want to waste your life? Why do you want to waste your life? And this statement that young girls of these days make, I don't know where they got that statement from. My sister, please, build your home. Don't let your family come into your case between you and your husband. Don't tell anybody what is happening. No, don't expose your husband. But he will expose you to his friends and to his family whenever you go wrong. And then you'll be suffering. Not just physical battery, not just beating. Do you know emotional trauma kills more, faster than physical battery. Do you know that? You'll be covering up for him, all in the name of trying to secure your home. Meanwhile, that man you are trying to cover up for might have another family out there which you are not aware of. Even if he doesn't have any other family out there, he might have someone else whom he values more than you. And here you are, killing yourself just to make someone else happy. This topic is not just for women alone. Men are also inclusive in this. If you are a man and you marry this woman that whenever she's coming home, you will want to run away. My brother, check yourself very well. Let me tell you, men die faster than women. If you notice that that blood pressure is now rising and that you can't control it anymore, and that maybe it will cause you to lift your hand on that woman, instead of lifting your hand on that woman, please, pack that woman's luggage, take her back to her father's house. And then you have your peace, at least for that meantime. There is something called giving space. Yes. When marriage gets to that stage that both of you can't handle it anymore, you give each other that space. Giving space can be 1 year, it can be 2 years. It is not divorce. It is not divorce. You give each other space so that you will think wherever you are and know if you truly want to continue in that union. Honestly, this Osinachi's case just reminded me of someone I know too well. A former colleague of mine, may her soul rest in peace because she's late now. This girl was passing through emotional trauma. I don't know if the husband was beating her. I can't really tell. But I know that from what she was telling me was everything that she was passing through in the hands of this man. She was passing through emotional trauma. A man that will never give the wife the transport money, but at the same time will not take her to her place of work. This girl treks. She treks always from her home to office, from office to home. Doesn't give her a penny for snacks in the office. This girl receives her salary, but once that salary comes, she transfers the whole money to the man. That is how the man made it, and that was how it was between them. She doesn't have anything to herself. She can never keep any secret from the man. She tells the man everything. Whenever the man's visitors comes to their house and maybe they are going to sleep over, she will wash those people's clothes. Men, she will wash their clothes. She will wash their cars. She will fetch water. The day I tried to advise her, she just shut me down before everybody that I'm trying to bring her out from her marital home. So I had to apologize. I told her that it is not what you think it is, but I am sorry. But I made a promise to her that I will never, ever, as long as I live, open my mouth to tell her what to do. She passed through hell in the hands of this man just to answer Mrs. But while all these things were going on, she wasn't even aware that the man had someone else outside, planning on how to marry that person. And finally, she died. She died, and when she died, the husband was the first person. The husband called me as early as 5:30 in the morning. That I'm the first person that he's calling. He gave me that ugly news. And I told him, I asked him, how did you get my number? He said he went through the wife's phone and saw that the wife spoke to me, that I was the last person the wife spoke to. And so he called me and told me everything that happened. That when the wife was shouting that her head was breaking into two, that the wife asked him to call me so that I would pray for her. And I asked him, why didn't you call me? He said that he doesn't have my number. And I said, but now you are able to get my number from her phone. Why didn't you get my number from her phone when she was shouting? And after, the girl was buried. And the most painful part of it was that 6 months after the girl's burial, this man appeared one day with another girl who was 8 months pregnant for him. You see the reason why you don't have to kill yourself for anybody. No, see, you came into this world alone and you will leave this world alone. You are not going to live with your husband, you are not going to live with your children. You will live alone. You are going to stand before God all alone. You will give account of your life all alone. God will judge you single-handedly. He won't judge you together with everybody. So why do people want to kill themselves over rubbish? I know that after all this talk, not even after all this talk, while you people are watching me right now, some people will be saying, go and sit down. You think it's easy. It is easy. It is easy. It's only fear of the unknown that makes people remain there. It's only fear of the unknown. Please, this life has no duplicate too. If you want to die so young, me, I don't want to die so young. I love my life. I love my life more than anything. Check yourself very well, oh. Check yourself. What are you passing through? Physical battering, emotional trauma, whichever one. Please, if you can't handle it anymore, pick your things, few things, open that door and walk away. Find somewhere to stay, and then you think about everything. Please, so that all these nonsense stories will end. If only people, the society will be, helping out. When you hear such stories, if you are a neighbor to that person, and you find out or you notice that this person is passing through this, you rally round. You rally round and do justice to whoever that is responsible for that nonsense. Please. Honestly, it's really heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. And we must end it now. It is now or never. Otherwise, it will continue. It will transfer to the present generation, the next generation, and it will become a tradition, kind of. Please, marriage is meant to be enjoyed, not to endure. And this, for better, for worse of a thing, the churches need to look into that thing. I don't believe in for better, for worse, because that worse of a thing, when you say for better, for worse, a lot of people will think it's about the monetary aspect of it, the financial aspect. No. If for better, for worse is for better and for beating me and killing me, no. I say no to that. Churches need to look into that thing and see how they can change it. Marriage is not supposed to be for better, for it's supposed to be for better, for best, not for better, for worse. I beg.